Greetings in the name of the Most High Yah. It's King Yediyah, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets. And I'm gonna give you a little live update on my swing trade on GBPUSD. And let's start with some analysis on the 30-minute chart of the US dollar. So we're gonna start with the Camarillas. So we have an inside day relationship which suggests a breakout day. So we might have like some trending movement in the price action today, well, moving forward. This was R3. Let me just let me use my Epic pen. So this right here was R3, and excuse me, and you see that it moved down, right? So this is R3 now. So the 2-day relationship of R3 is a inside day relationship. Now looking at hold on. Let's see, let me bring that into focus. Right, so that's S3 right there. Let's use the pen again. That's S3, this line right here. And you see it moved up. So now it's an inside day relationship because S3 and R3 is now within the R3 and S3 range of the prior day, the close on Friday. So with that being said, is like I said, that's suggesting that price is going to break out in a certain direction. Not necessarily that it has to, but that's the bias of the Camarillas, right? So now looking at the money zone level. So actually let's look at the pivot levels, right? So that's prior days BC, which is bottom central pivot, and I know it's on the top, but sometimes they flip due to the calculation of the pivots, right? And then we have prior days pivot level, this level right here, that blue line, and then we have the top central pivot, that's this line right here. And you can see it's a decent range in between these levels, right? It's a decent range between these levels here. And let's see. Let's look at the range right now in comparison. This is the BC, right? This is the pivot, and this is the TC, top central range, top central pivot. Sorry. Right, so there you have that, and it's in a lower value relationship, well, overlapping lower, because you can see the BC and previous days TC is actually the same. So that's like is an overlapping lower value, right? And that's suggesting a moderately bearish outlook. So one Camarilla, the Camarillas is saying that it's a breakout about to happen, and the money zone, the pivot level, the floor pivots is saying that it's a lower value, which suggesting it's gonna move lower, and also it's a tighter range, which is also suggesting it's a breakout day about to happen, right? So with that said, let's go over to GBPUSD. And with that said, that's gonna probably make the GBPUSD pair kind of bullish, right? Because as you saw, prices moving towards and it's following the pivot levels bias. So it's moving down. That's the US dollar I'm talking about. Let me just go back there real quick, since I'm still talking about that. So you see price action is moving down, right? Since the open here, we had these wick rejections right here, and we moved down. We're having some wick rejections here as well at the money zone low, right? But that's only, I mean, how could I say it? I'm not really convinced that this is going to be support. Especially, it could be a fake out, like, you know, it's showing that it's going to break out in one direction, it's going to catch support here and then run back up. So you never know in the forex market and markets in general, you know. So I'm just trading what I'm seeing. So this was my decision on that, right? So with all these entries right here, let me make this bigger. With all the entries, well, the pivot levels is the same on GBPUSD, but the camera rollers is an inside value day, but it's suggesting like upward movement, and the pivot levels are also higher. So everything is in flip. It's flipped from the US dollar where it was suggesting lower. The GBPUSD pair is suggesting that it's moving higher, right? But now with this analysis, when I saw price open today, which is the 22nd of May, right? I saw the push up in price and I decided, you know what, this is a swing trade, but I don't like how it's setting up to probably push up a little bit or cause a fake breakout and then reverse all around here or even higher, you know what I'm saying? Like it might even go and retest this level here, and I can't really stomach all of that. Not right now. I'm not gonna take that chance to hope it moves back, right, and just put me in the red even more. So what I plan to do is just close out everything here at 1.25179, and if price gets up today, it's just gonna stop me out. Now it's looking like we're getting some rejection here, right? But I'm still not convinced. If it does push down lower, well, you know what I mean, kudos to me for catching somewhat of the top of this reversal, right? Because it's like I was looking at all of this here. Let me just grab the pen again. I like to see these wick rejections for reversal, right? Let me make that a little smaller. You see these wick rejections right here, all of this? That's what I was kind of banking on for the reversal. So when we started to break lower, like look at this candle right here, right? This candle right here is a nice entry. It's showing that we're breaking these levels right here. All of this wick rejection right here, we broke those levels. Well, those wicks were support, right? So price is pushing up, falling back down, we catch it, we pushing back up. So all these wicks are support. When we break support, I didn't catch a perfect entry or anything like that because, you know, it's a swing trade. So I mean, perfect entries are valid in anything, whether it's day trading or swing trading, but it wasn't perfect. I caught kind of from here was an entry. All right, let me just clear up that. Right, so here was an entry. This was another entry right here. My arrows are horrible. And this was another entry right here, and another entry. I'm definitely not an artist. Look at that shit. So yeah, those were the entries. You see them over here. They're all in the red. So let's see what it does, man. If it pushes up to R1, above R1, I put it above R1. That's the floor pivot right there. R1 is at 1.25162, and my stop is at, what is that again? 1.25179. So that's my trade. That's my trade setup, and I don't have any profit targets really. It's just I'm gonna trail my stops down, you know. So I'm just gonna try and let it run. And if you looked at my video, I think the previous video showed why I got into this trade and the fundamentals of it. You know, the US dollar is supposed to be strong, high interest rates. Central bank is raising interest rates probably every month, every 2 weeks, and yeah, that was the thesis. So hopefully it works out. Let's see what it does, you know what I'm saying? So alright, y'all, it's your boy King Yediya, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.